Hi, I'm Marisol Rivera from Keller Williams Legacy Realty. Today I'm here with Gustavo Loli from New American Funding. Welcome, Gustavo.
Thank you for having me, Marisol.
Oh, sure. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your position here at New American Funding, etc.?
Yeah, so I'm originally from Brazil. I'm fluent in Portuguese, Spanish, and English. I'm a senior loan officer here at the New American Funding for the past 2.5 years. And just process loans, and we're creating a very big team and just trying to grow and help our team grow as well. Yeah.
So we've asked Gustavo here because there have been a lot of questions from buyers that are interested in purchasing homes and would like to know how do they do that if they want to finance it. So today we'll ask a few questions of Gustavo and hopefully that will help you. Okay, Gustavo. First question. What type of loans are currently available?
We have everything from FHA to VA, obviously conventional, but one of the really cool programs that we have now is Buyer Accepted Program, which is a kind of like a cash offer that we give to your clients. We'll go ahead and it's like they're buying the house cash. We'll buy it and then they'll go ahead and switch it after closing. We'll go ahead and switch it under their name, but we can close that rather quickly. Could it be like equivalent to a cash buyer program?
Amazing. So did you hear that? That is very good when you are trying to put an offer in, and it makes it more competitive. Thank you. Second question. What is the difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval? Sometimes we see that lenders send one and it has that different distinction. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, so pre-qualification, we really don't do them, right? It's basically just checking their credit and seeing if they qualify and asking for their income. We actually go a little bit more thorough. We check credit, income, and assets. So we actually get a full credit report. We check the income if they're W-2s. We'll check the W-2s if they're 1099s, and then assets, bank statements. So that way there's no surprises during the process. And I think that helps, everything go a little bit smoother going forward.
So would you say a pre-approval is better than a pre-qualification?
I would say so, yes.
Okay, did you hear that? Pre-approvals. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, next question. On an average, how much money does someone that is interested in purchasing a property, and it can be in dollar or percentage, someone's interested in purchasing, how much do you think that they would need in order to purchase?
Just depends on what kind of program they're looking for. We have, like I mentioned before, 100% financing, down payment assistance programs, but obviously if it's gonna be an investment property, they'll have to put in 15, 20% down. Just depends on the loan program that we're going with. But it can, FHA first time home buyer, which I think is our most popular program, 3.5% down payment.
Amazing. So for just 3.5%, you can be in a new home. Amazing. Okay. How long does the typical process take, from start to finish? Someone puts in an application and then they actually get approved.
Okay, yeah, so we do have a 14 business day closing. If we get all the documents up front, all we charge is an extra $100, and that's not from us, that's actually appraisal. They charge us a rush fee to go out there to the property, and we can actually close in 14 business days.
Wow.
But typical closings, 30 days, give or take.
That's amazing. So did you hear that? I think there is plenty of time for you to get in a new home with New American Funding. Okay, next question. So on average, what you would say, depending, we talked about different types of loans, but on average, what would you say the lowest credit score you would need in order to get into a home?
So here at New American Funding, we really don't deny anyone. Either you're ready today, or we can get you ready in the next 30, 60, or maybe even 90 days. 580 is usually the lowest score. If they're veterans, we don't have any overlay, so we don't need a minimum credit scores for VAs, depending on what program. But the best thing that we do offer is we're not a credit repair agency, but we do have this credit simulator that can definitely help them get to where they need to be. So a lot of times, if they don't qualify today, we'll send out a credit simulator and things they need to do in order to get there. At least we'll have a game plan. 30 days, we can go ahead or even earlier, depending on how soon they can pay those off.
Okay. Awesome. So 580 is kind of your gauge on where you should be, unless you have special circumstances or a special loan like Gustavo mentioned. So Gustavo, what would you say would be a few documents that a buyer would typically need throughout the loan process? Something that you would ask them to provide?
So I would recommend having your pay stubs ready. We do everything by twos. So last 2 pay stubs, last 2 W-2s. If they're 1099, we need a 2-year tax return for the business and personal, and their 1099s.
Okay, perfect. So how long would you say that someone would need to be at their current job in order to get approved?
Typically, we need a 2-year work history, but we can always get exceptions. If they're in the same field, but maybe in a different country, or they had less than 6 months gap, we can always ask for an exception and work that out.
Okay, awesome. So it sounds like you have many options for all types of buyers at New American Funding.
We do. We'd like to help everybody.
Awesome. Sounds just like us. We at Keller Williams Legacy Realty really enjoy supporting you in your next step in real estate investment or buying your dream home. So if that's something that you are considering, feel free to contact me, and you can always follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Marisol the Realtor.